There is a story spreading quickly across the internet, a very appealing and exciting story. It claims a person can get a free work visa for Ireland in just 15 days. This idea sounds wonderful for those dreaming of a new life. It promises a fast, cost-free journey to high-paying jobs. However, as is often the case with promises that seem too good to be true, this one is not accurate. The real path to living and working in Ireland is a structured process that requires careful planning, patience, and an understanding of the official rules. It is not a magical, instant solution that happens in 2 weeks without any expense. The truth is that while Ireland welcomes skilled professionals from around the world, the system is methodical and has several distinct stages. The process is not free, and it certainly does not happen in 15 days for the vast majority of applicants. The 15-day claim likely comes from a misunderstanding of the fastest possible processing time for a very specific part of the application, under ideal conditions. It ignores the many other steps that must be completed both before and after that single part. Believing this myth can lead to serious disappointment, financial loss, and wasted time. The entire process of moving to Ireland to work begins with one essential foundation: a valid job offer from a legitimate Irish employer. Without this, you cannot even begin the application for an employment permit. This is the first and most critical hurdle to overcome. The employer must be officially registered with the Irish Tax Authority, known as the Revenue Commissioners, and must be trading legally in Ireland. The job offer itself must be formal, detailed in a contract, and it must comply with Irish employment law. This is not a casual agreement, it is a legal document that forms the basis of your entire immigration application. To find such a job, you must be proactive and strategic in your search. Do not wait for offers to come to you. Focus on reputable, well-known Irish job platforms. irishjobs.ie, jobs.ie, Indeed, Irish section LinkedIn, networking and roles EURES, European Job Portal. Tailor your CV and cover letter to the Irish market. Make your CV clear, professional, and address the job requirements directly. Irish employers appreciate a straightforward style that highlights relevant skills concisely. Be ready to explain why you're the right candidate and how you'll benefit the company. You will need proof of qualifications. University degrees, professional certifications, detailed references from previous employers. Once you have successfully secured a formal job offer, the next phase begins. It is crucial to understand that in most cases, you do not apply for the employment permit yourself. Your prospective employer does it on your behalf. This is a common point of confusion. The employer is the applicant, and they submit the necessary paperwork to the Department of Enterprise, Trade and Employment. The entire process is managed through a dedicated online portal called the Employment Permits Online System, or EPOS. This digital system is where all documents are uploaded and where the application status can be tracked. There are two primary types of employment permits that non-European nationals apply for. The first is the Critical Skills Employment Permit, which is designed to attract highly skilled individuals to fill roles where there is a recognized shortage in Ireland. These occupations are listed on the Critical Skills Occupations list and include many roles in technology, engineering, finance, healthcare. A key benefit of this permit is that it provides a direct path to long-term residency. After holding this permit for 2 years, you can apply for a different permission that allows you to work without needing a new permit. The second main category is the General Employment Permit. This permit covers a broader range of occupations that are not considered to be on the critical skills list but are still needed in the Irish economy. For this permit, the employer usually has to complete a labour market needs test. This means they must advertise the job for a specific period to prove that no suitable candidate could be found within Ireland or the wider European Economic Area. The salary requirements for a general employment permit can also differ from those for a critical skills permit, so it is important for your employer to check the latest rules. The processing time for an employment permit is where the 15-day myth completely falls apart. The official government websites provide current processing timelines, and as of late 2024 and early 2025, the standard processing time for most new permits is approximately 12 weeks. This is 3 months, not 15 days. If there are any missing documents or questions about the application, the process can take even longer. It is essential to be patient and to ensure your employer submits a perfect, comprehensive application from the very start. It will explain the 4 main stages you must navigate: securing a job offer, having your employer apply for an employment permit, applying for an entry visa if you need one, and finally, arriving and registering with the immigration authorities in Ireland. We will talk about realistic timelines, not hopeful guesses. We will also cover the actual costs involved, from application fees to registration charges, so you can prepare your budget properly. The goal is to replace fiction with facts, giving you the power to pursue your goal with confidence and a clear head. Understanding the correct procedure is the most important tool you can have. It protects you from misleading information and potential scams. It allows you to set realistic expectations for yourself and your family. The journey to working in Ireland is achievable, and for many it leads to a rewarding life and a successful career. But success begins with knowing the true steps, embracing the timelines involved, and preparing for the financial requirements. Receiving the notification that your employment permit has been approved is a major milestone and a moment of great excitement. However, for many people, this is not the final step before booking a flight. Citizens of certain countries are required to obtain an entry visa before they can travel to Ireland, even with an approved employment permit in hand. It is essential that you check if your nationality is on the list of visa-required countries. This information is clearly available on the official website of the Irish Immigration Service. Do not assume you can travel without a visa. Doing so will result in being denied entry at the airport. If you do require a visa, you must begin a separate application process. This is handled by the Irish Immigration Service, often through its online portal known as AVATS. The employment permit is not a visa, it is the permission to work. The visa is the permission to enter the country. You will need to provide a copy of your approved employment permit as a key part of your visa application. You will also need to submit other documents such as your valid passport-size photographs that meet specific criteria, proof that you have the financial means to support yourself upon arrival. This visa application process comes with its own timeline and its own fees. A typical single-entry long-stay D visa costs around €60. A multiple-entry visa is often around €100. Always check the official immigration website for current fees. The processing time for the visa application is also significant. A standard processing time of about 8 weeks is common. Add another 2 months to your overall timeline after your permit is approved. Your journey is not complete the moment you land at Dublin Airport with your employment permit and entry visa. Once you arrive in Ireland, you must complete one final, crucial administrative step: registering your presence with the Irish immigration authorities. You are required to do this within 90 days of your arrival in the country. This registration formalizes your legal right to live in Ireland. Upon successful registration, you will be issued an Irish residence permit, commonly known as an IRP card. This card is your official identification and proof of your legal status in the state. The process for registration depends on where you will be living. If you are residing in Dublin, you must book an appointment online with the Immigration Service Delivery Office at Burgh Quay. Appointments can be highly sought after, so it is wise to try and book one as soon as you have a confirmed arrival date. If you live outside of Dublin, you will need to register at your local Garda National Immigration Bureau. You should check the specific procedure for your local office, as some may require an appointment while others may have different systems. When you attend your registration appointment, you will need to bring a set of important documents: your original passport, your original employment permit, evidence of your address, for example, a utility bill or a letter from your landlord. You should also bring your formal employment contract. It is essential to have all your papers in perfect order to ensure the registration goes smoothly. During the appointment, your photograph will be taken. You will be required to pay a registration fee. This fee is typically €300 for the issuance of the IRP card. This registration fee is another example of why the process is not free. This is a mandatory cost for anyone staying in Ireland for more than 90 days to work or study. The IRP card you receive will be valid for a specific period, usually aligned with the duration of your employment permit. It is a vital document that you should carry with you, as it proves your right to live and work in the country. Losing this card can be a significant inconvenience, so it is important to keep it safe. Completing this final registration step marks the official beginning of your new life as a legal resident of Ireland. To plan successfully for your move to Ireland, it is vital to have a realistic understanding of both the time it will take and the money it will cost. The appealing but false narrative of a 15-day free process can cause serious problems for applicants who do not budget enough time or money. Let's break down the actual timeline. The job search itself is the most variable part. It can take anywhere from a few weeks to several months. Your industry, your level of experience, the demand for your skills, budget at least 3 to 6 months for this phase. Official timeline, around 12 weeks, 3 months. That period starts when your employer submits a complete application. If you need an entry visa, add its processing time. Typical visa application, about 8 weeks, 2 months. So from employer application to visa in hand, plan for at least 5 months. From starting your job search to arriving in Ireland, 6 to 9 months or longer. No government fee for some critical skills permits does not mean the process is free. Visa fees, around $60 or $100. IRP registration fee on arrival, about $300. Translating official documents into English. Professional verification of degrees or certifications, police clearance certificates from your home country. These smaller costs can add up to several €100. Also budget for moving expenses, airfare, shipping personal belongings, enough funds to cover the first month or two before your first paycheck, security deposit, and first month's rent for accommodation. Costs are especially high in cities like Dublin. Conservative total estimate, $3,000, $5,000 or more. Proper financial planning is not just advisable, it is essential. We will talk about realistic timelines, not hopeful guesses. Ireland's economy is robust and dynamic. Several sectors are actively seeking skilled international talent. Understanding which industries are hiring and what they typically pay is crucial for your job search. The technology and IT sector remains one of Ireland's most powerful engines. Dublin is a major European hub for global tech giants. Software developers, cloud engineers, cybersecurity specialists, data scientists. For these roles, salaries are very competitive. Entry-level software developers, Euro 40,000 to Euro 55,000. Senior engineers and IT project managers, Euro 70,000 to over Euro 100,000. Engineering and construction are booming, driven by national infrastructure projects and a housing shortage. Civil engineers, project managers, quantity surveyors, automation engineers, senior construction project managers, Euro 70,000 to Euro 100,000. Finance and accounting are cornerstones of the economy. Experienced accountants, financial analysts, compliance officers. Healthcare consistently needs qualified professionals. Registered nurses, doctors, allied health practitioners, registered nurses, Euro 35,000 to Euro 45,000. Doctors and specialists, starting around Euro 60,000, rising well above Euro 120,000. For consultants and experienced GPs. These healthcare roles are almost always on the critical skills occupations list, which makes the permit process more straightforward. Health service executive private hospital. To qualify for a critical skills employment permit, your salary must meet the minimum threshold, generally Euro 44,000 or higher, for most eligible roles. Hospitality retail have many job openings but lower pay. often at the national minimum wage. Those fall under the General Employment Permit category, which has different requirements. Always check the current Critical Skills Occupations list, the associated salary thresholds on official government websites. The initial employment permit you receive, particularly the Critical Skills Employment Permit, is typically issued for a duration of 2 years. This provides a stable foundation to establish your life and career in Ireland. One major advantage of the critical skills route is the clear pathway to longer-term residence. Ireland aims to retain highly skilled people integrated into the workforce and society. After you have legally worked in Ireland for 2 years under this permit, you are no longer tied to a specific employer. After completing 21 months of employment on your critical skills permit, you can apply to the Irish Immigration Service for a permission called Stamp 4. Stamp 4 is a very valuable permission. A Stamp 4 allows you to live and work in Ireland without needing an employment permit, work for any employer, change jobs freely, start your own business. That freedom and flexibility isn't possible with an employment permit, which is tied to a specific role and company. The application for Stamp 4 is separate and requires evidence of continuous employment. To apply, you must prove compliance with your critical skills permit terms, 60 forms, recent pay slips, a letter from your employer confirming employment. The process is straightforward for those who maintained employment and followed the law, bringing your total initial stay to 4 years. It can be renewed if you continue to reside and support yourself in Ireland. This structured progression is what makes the 4-year stay a reality. It's not a single visa up front, but a 2-step process: a 2-year employment permit, a 2-year Stamp 4 permission. This pathway can lead to long-term residency and even Irish citizenship. It rewards commitment and contribution to the Irish economy. So keep meticulous records of your employment, taxes, and immigration status from day one. These documents will be essential for future applications. The path to working in Ireland is a marathon, not a sprint. It requires diligence, patience, and a commitment to following the official procedures. Forget the misleading shortcuts. Focus on the real, achievable steps. First, thoroughly research the Irish job market. Update your CV to Irish standards. Prepare a compelling cover letter that highlights your skills. Use trusted job boards. Start with irishjobs.ie, Indeed Ireland, LinkedIn, Eures to find roles and employers. This research and preparation are within your control. Second, familiarize yourself with official sources. Bookmark the Department of Enterprise, Trade and Employment site. Bookmark the Irish Immigration Service site. These sites list application requirements, processing times, fees. Do not rely on social media videos or unofficial agents. Trust official sources to avoid misinformation. Third, organize your personal documents. Gather your educational diplomas, gather professional certifications, gather letters of reference from previous employers. If documents aren't in English, get official translations. Start building your savings. Expect IRP registration fees. Expect significant relocation costs. Financial preparedness reduces stress. Finally, adopt a calm, determined mindset. The path is clear, but not always fast. Waiting will test your patience. Use waiting time to continue research. Connect with other professionals online. Learn about Irish culture and daily life. Working and living in Ireland is realistic and wonderful. Follow the correct steps. Prepare thoroughly. Rely on factual information to navigate successfully. Your dream isn't a 15-day myth. It's built on careful, steady, and informed action. Good luck.